Shalom, shalom. It's the brother Kazawan.
It's your brother Shemawa All.
Brother Wiz.
Right, we back finally again with another video. It's been a while, right? But we want to give all honor, glory, and praise to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Mashiach Malak Yahweh Shai, right? And strong shalom, the brothers and sisters out there doing the work, magnifying the name of the Lord, and making their bodies a living sacrifice day in and day out, right? And in this topic, right, we're gonna be going into: are you being a drunkard or are you being watchful? Right? Are you just getting drunk off of this world? Drinking, actually getting drunk, and just BSing around on a day-to-day basis, or are you being watchful and watching after these prophecies and self-examining yourself and seeing if you're truly in this truth or not? Right? I want to kick it off with the book of Ephesians. All right, let me share my screen, Slack. All right, let me share my screen. All right, we'll kick it off with the book of Ephesians. I believe it's 5th chapter, verse 16. Ephesians. All right. This is Ephesians chapter 5, and we're going to start at verse number 15. All right. It says, "See then that ye walk circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise." Right. So in these last days, you want to be walking circumspectly. It's a lot of wickedness going on. It's a lot of deceit going on. Right. It's a lot of people getting drunk out here, and falling away from this truth because they're not walking circumspectly. They're not watching how they walk in this truth. And they just moving in the spirit of a fool, right? You need to be using the precepts. You need to be applying the precepts. You need to be using the wisdom that the Lord is giving you, right? To, move on this earth, right? To make sure that not falling away into evil, right? It says redeeming the time because the days are evil, right? It's a lot of time that you need to be redeeming. You need to be getting back this time, as much time as you can, to get closer to the Lord, right? To get closer to the glory of the Most High. Right, because these days are getting worse and worse. The world is getting more and more evil as the last days draw nigh. Right, it says, "Wherefore, be ye not unwise, but understanding what the will of the Lord is." Right, because a lot of people out here, they just foolish, man. They don't know what the will of the Lord is, so they go to doing anything that they want to, thinking that they're not sinning, thinking that they serving the Lord when they really not doing a damn thing. Right, they don't truly understand what the will of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai is. They're not making their bodies a living sacrifice. They're not, pushing and magnifying the name of the Lord, right? They're not, getting themselves right and moving in the right spirit and, fasting and praying and studying and, casting off old works on a day-to-day basis, right? It says, "Be not drunk with wine, wherein is excess filled, but be filled with the Spirit." Right now, on a physical level, you don't want to be getting drunk with wine. You don't want to become a drunkard, right? And anybody could do anything to you. You just walking in the flesh, right? You don't want to be drunk, spiritually. Thinking you serving the Most High, but you serving some other God. You serving a woman. You serving a man. You serving a car, a job, whatever it is, right? You serving a so-called white man, right? You got to be filled with the Spirit of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, right? So that you can get closer to the Most High. You could try to get the kingdom, because that's, at the end of the day, that's all we want, is to get the kingdom of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. I got one more precept, and I'm gonna let brothers get in there. All right, 1 Peter chapter 5. And we're gonna start at verse number 7. I'll start at verse 6, actually. All right, it says, "Humble yourselves, therefore, under the mighty hand of Yahweh, that he may exalt you time." And that's a problem with a lot of people that they have. They don't know how to humble themselves under the hand of the Most High, because they don't trust the Most High. Right? They don't want to move in the spirit of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. They don't want to, follow after His will. They want to do whatever it is that they want, and that's pride right there. And you're gonna get abased if you move it in that spirit. Right? If you want to be exalted, if you want the kingdom, you have to be moving in the spirit of meekness. You got to humble yourselves, right, and move under the will of the Lord. Right? It says, "Casting all your care upon Him, for He cares for you." Right? Meaning, don't let all your problems, take hold on you and destroy you. Be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary, the devil, as a roaring lion, walketh about, seeking whom he may devour. right? Because it's spiritual demon saying he over here moving around day by day, seeing if you truly watching, seeing if you walking circumspectly, seeing if you getting drunk or if you you being vigilant in the spirit and always fighting off these demons, walking with the spirit of the Most High and having on the armor of the Most High, right? Because if you don't, you get caught lacking, you gonna get devoured, right? You might be out kicking it with friends, right? Doing some madness that you don't got no business doing, right? And he might have you commit adultery, right? He might have you, blaspheme the Most High, right? He might have you talk down on your brother. He might have you do some kind of wickedness that's gonna get you destroyed in these last days, right? So you need to be making sure that you walking in the spirit of the Lord, right? I got one more precept, Salakia. All right, let's go to the book of Luke, chapter 21. All right, then brothers got it. Luke, chapter 21. And we're going to start at verse number 34. Right? It says, and take heed to yourselves. Lest at any time your hearts be arched with and drunkenness and cares of this life, and so that day come upon you unawares. Right? Because if you're not watching, you're not doing what you got to do for the Most High, right? That means something else got your heart. That means something else in this world has got your attention more than Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, right? And it's gonna get in these last days, it's gonna come upon you unawares. That spirit gonna get snatched from you out of nowhere, like a thief in the night, right? It says, for as a snare, it shall come upon all them that dwell on the face of the whole earth. Watch ye therefore and pray always that ye may be accounted worthy to escape all these things that shall come to pass and to stand before the Son of Man, right? So you need to be always watching, praying, fasting, getting in the scriptures, doing the work, right? Making your body a living sacrifice and always casting off the unprofitable works, right? So you can be accounted worthy to escape all the wickedness that's coming to Babylon the Great, right? But with that, brothers got it. I yield.
I just wanted to harp off the point, your original point. Making sure that we focused on the right things, right? It's Psalms 90 in verse number 12. It says, so teach us to number our days that we may apply our hearts unto wisdom, right? So numbering your days is understanding that there is a number of them. Like, it's going to run out one day. Like, people of the world think of like the Rothschilds and the Gates and whatever famous rich last name you could think of. These people think that they're gonna rule this place forever. You know what I'm saying? These small hats out here running these big corporations and all them things. They're not applying their heart to wisdom. They're applying their heart to, how can I take some more Israelite money? How can I get these people? How can I get God's people to continue to sink lower and lower? Right? You can see it in their school systems. You know what I'm saying? The way that they teach your kids. All of these different things, they make you apply your heart to their wisdom, but not to the true wisdom, right? Because the wisdom of America is saying, hey, all of this month, you can be as rainbow as you want to be. And guess what? Nobody can judge you, right? They'll quote a Tupac line, like God said it. You know what I'm saying? Only God can judge me, right? But that's not wisdom. So us as people with wisdom, people who fear the Lord, people who understand. I mean, you could be doing anything besides watching this video, right? But you're watching this because you want wisdom. You want understanding. You know what I'm saying? You want that knowledge. So this is what it takes to be able to apply your heart to wisdom, to watch another video after this one, if you got time. You might have a little time at work. Hey, do some more reading, do some flashcards. You want to always keep your mind on this because everything else is just designed for you to be distracted from it. You got to remember, we playing in this arena that they don't want us to be in. They don't want you to know how to apply your heart to wisdom. They want you to apply to Harvard and to Columbia. That's where they want you to apply to. They want your kids on TikTok. They don't want your kids out there, you know what I'm saying, shaking the hand, you know what I'm saying, looking up at the older men, the soldiers doing the work, and they grow up and they want to be like that. So we got to really remember what it means to apply our heart to wisdom. If you apply to a job, that means you put in an application, you want it. If you apply to wisdom, you put in an application to get it. So we can't, you know what I'm saying, we can't just, like it said in Ephesians 5, we got to move circumspectly. You can't just be halfway wise like Saul. You know, like you know a little something, but these type of things. I know God said I got to do this, but I just go ahead and do what I was gonna do. It is what it is. And many of the other examples of men that we got in the scriptures who they was wise, they just wasn't circumspect. You know, moments of weakness is not an excuse to the Most High. You know, I can't say, oh, Most High, you know what I'm saying? I wasn't applying wisdom. I didn't mean to sleep with that brother wife. My bad. You feel what I'm saying? I was supposed, no, ain't no I'm sorry's, and hey, you have to apply your heart to wisdom, right? But with that, I you.
And that's right, man. We do gotta apply our heart to wisdom. You know, for brothers that's in this thing, it's a blessing to be in this truth and to know what we know. Because as you see what's going on today, man. I mean, Jake literally don't know what's going on. He may think he knows what's going on, but he really don't, right? I'm gonna bring out First Corinthians 3 and 16 because we gotta know how to apply wisdom, right? Of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh. I mean, we can't just put all things in our heart and our temple and expect that to be well, because this body is not ours, right? So First Corinthians chapter 3 and verse 16, right? It says, know ye not that ye are the temple of God, and that the Spirit of God dwelleth in you, right? So you don't know that the temple of the Most High is in us. We are the temple of the Most High. We really borrowing his body. Like, this really not even ours. So what makes you think that you can just do whatever you want to it, right? Just watch anything and listen to anything and put all type of madness within your heart. I mean, you jamming up the Lord's creation. Like, we literally a part of the Lord's creation, and he gave us mercy and grace to even wake us up. And you want to put nothing but all type of wine, carnal things, and wicked spiritual things in the Most High's temple. I mean, and then when the Most High bring in the third heavens, what you expect? Something happened to you, what you expect, because you jamming up literally the Lord's creation, right? Verse 17, it says, if any man defile the temple of God, him shall God destroy, right? So the Lord going to have to destroy you, right? For brothers and sisters that's in this thing, I mean, you being slothful, right? You, what? On the feast days, you just getting drunk. You're not drinking moderately. You just, just making it seem like you're not really in the spirit of the feast day. You in the spirit of turning up like Jake and Eve. You just in the spirit of just the folly, just to freak off. The Lord gonna get up with you because you shouldn't treat his body in that manner. So it's a way to conduct yourself when you in the Lord, when you are the Lord's creation, right? I'm gonna get so like Ecclesiastes chapter 2 and verse 14. Because I mean, you gotta be watchful. You gotta watch out for these spirits because it's very easy to get back into the world. Just because you're in the truth, I mean, it's easy to get drunk, right? It's easy to get drunk off this world. It's so easy to. I mean, if you, God forbid, if anybody haven't read for a day, you just didn't read for a day, you ain't read no precepts for a day, you probably be back in, you probably end up rolling up one so quick. So, I mean, so quick. It's so easy to get drunk off this world, man. That's what they promote. That's what they want you to do. Right? Ecclesiastes chapter 2, verse 14, it says, the wise man's eyes are in his head, but the fool walketh in darkness. Right? And fools walk in darkness when they drunk. I mean, when they drunk, they happy to be in the dark because they want to freak off. And that's how you are in the spirit. You literally getting drunk off the things of this world, the gifts of this world, right? You think, Jake think he okay just because he got a house, cars, clothes, and shoes. He's drunk off that. Those gifts, man. He literally think everything is okay. Knowing our forefathers and our foremothers was in slavery. He don't know that we was in slavery that for not keeping the commandments, but we enslaved for disobeying the Most High. He don't know that, but he know we was in slavery. But just because of the gifts of this world, the wine of this world, he say, I'm cool, I'm good, and he walk in darkness, right? Read on, it says, and myself perceive also that one even happened to them all. But more to the story, I mean, if you watching, you literally watching the spirits that's in your mind, because a wise man's eyes are in his head. So any thought that comes to mind, you have to cast it down through the spirit of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shah. Because you keep taking to heed to those thoughts, you literally take a sip of that wine, and you keep sipping and sipping and sipping. Next thing you know, you talking about some, you don't want to do videos no more. You don't want to read no more. You don't want to pray no more. You don't want to call brothers no more. You don't want to go to the feast days no more. You want to celebrate Mother's Day and Father's Day. You want to do those type of things. This is why we got to be careful how we treat the temple of the Most High. I mean, we literally borrowed this, right? We literally borrowed this body. It's not even ours. All right, let me get Galatians chapter 2 and verse 20. Because that's mercy. For even you to bring you back into this generation, right? And bring you in the truth. That's mercy. Right? Galatians chapter 2 and verse 20. Right? It says, I am crucified with Hamashiach. Nevertheless, I live. Yet not I, but Hamashiach liveth in me. In the life which I now live in the flesh, I live by the faith of the Son of Yahweh, who loved me and gave himself for me. So this life is not ours, man. Don't think that you can do whatever you want. And if you think you can do whatever you want, go ahead and join Jake and eat. Go ahead and drink a sip of that wine, man. Go ahead and have fun. Because, I mean, the world is waxing worse, man. We see it. The animals looking skinny, man. Man, it's all hell breaking loose, man. So this not our life, man. I'm gonna get one more precept then, brothers got it. Psalms 144 and verse 3. Verse 4, Salakia. Psalms 144, verse 4. It says, man is like to vanity. His days are as a shadow that passeth away. And then I'm pretty sure brothers already know the yellow spirit. You only live once. I mean, why would you use that term, you only live once, and jam it up like that? I mean, that don't make sense. You just dive all into the world. I mean, obviously Jake don't know that. He don't know that the Lord, he's the Lord's creation. I mean, he think it's his. He think it's his life, but this is not our life. So for you to have access to wine continually, spiritually, physically, I mean, you just destroying yourself, right? I mean, man is like unto we nothing. I mean, we literally nothing without you having Bashim Yahushua. But brothers got it.
Right. I want to pull something up real quick. Right, that I saw the other day. Right, this is why you need to be watching, man. Right, because you got Vladimir. Hey, World War III is heating up real faster and faster and faster. Right. You know, you had Vladimir Putin. You know, he said, "Hey, America, they're an enemy now to Russia." Right. Let's go to the post. Right, we'll read it instead. Right, instead of watching the video. All right. It says Russia formally declares the U.S. as an enemy. What's next? Right. It says after months of rising tensions over Ukraine between Russia and the U.S., bilateral relations have hit a new low as the Kremlin spokesperson defined the U.S. as an enemy. Press secretary to Russian President Vladimir Putin, Dmitry Peskov, reportedly said we are now an enemy country for them just as they are for us. Right. And that's because they keep sending money over to damn Ukraine, sending weapons over there. Right. Now America is becoming an enemy. Right. But they didn't want to listen to the warnings. Right. They kept telling them, hey, keep sending this over. It's going to be trouble. Right. They thought Russia was playing games. Right. Russia is not playing games. They over there forming all these alliances and, you know, with the BRICS, you know, making their currency and etc. Right. Hey, and America was just over here sleeping, playing games, thinking that Russia was just talking out of their neck. Right? It says the Kremlin had previously referred to the U.S. and Western nations supporting Ukraine as unfriendly states or opponents due to high tensions over Ukraine's use of American-supplied weapons on Russian territory. Right? See that? All right. It says, however, according to Agents the Vote, an independent Russian investigative site, this is the first time they have publicly labeled the U.S. as an enemy state. right? So this is it's getting big. It's getting, it's time to watch, man. It's time for you to be on fire for you help watching me. I was shot, right? It's time for you to stop playing games and learn. Hey, we living in the last days. This is why the Lord was telling you to watch. This is why the Lord was telling you to pray, fast, be watchful, etc. Right? Because we see all hell breaking loose, right? I want to grab a precept in Jeremiah 50, right? Because Russia not coming around to play games. Iraq not coming around to play games. China not playing games. Right? The kings of the East ain't playing no games, man. Right? Let's go to Jeremiah chapter 50. Right? And I gotta hop off after this and get on that, I gotta hop off, what I told brothers. Right? Jeremiah 50. And we're gonna start at verse. Right? Move out of the midst of Babylon and go forth out of the land of the Chaldeans and be as the he goats before the flocks. For lo, I will raise and cause to come up against Babylon an assembly of great nations from the north country, and they shall set themselves in array against her. From thence she shall be taken away. Their arrow shall be as of a mighty expert man, none shall return in vain. Right, so the Most High is raising up these nations to come up against Babylon, right, in these last days. Right, so if you're not watching, you're gonna get caught out here. Right, you're gonna get destroyed in the midst of Babylon if you don't flee out of Babylon. Right, the very next chapter, the Lord said, flee out of the midst of Babylon. Right, because all these different nations that's coming against her, and then nations that's getting ready to depart from America and stop being allies with America. It's gonna be everybody eyes on America, watching to ready to destroy them. Hold on, man.
See that? See that? Watchful, man.
Man.
All right. Yeah, Lord willing, brother, be back. You're gonna have to go in a little bit anyway. But you gotta be watchful in these last days, man. America is, hey, what Jake say? America got a bag on his head, man.
But
America got a bag on his head, and you want to dwell in this place. You want to dwell in Babylon. I mean, you gonna get destroyed with them, right? But what Jake be saying, you can't beat them, join them, right? That's what you want to join. This quick little precept, right? Second Ezra chapter 15, verse 14. It says, "Woe to the world and them that dwell therein." So, hey, you want to continue? You want to continue and keep having access and dwell in this world, man? Hey, you gonna be right with Babylon, man. But you got to if you want to just expound on your.
Before I hop off, I want to keep touching on that point in Jeremiah, right? But yeah, you got all these different nations getting ready to come up against them, right? You got the BRICS alliances, you got all these nations, right? You got Turkey getting ready to come out of NATO, like we said already, right? There's more countries joining BRICS every single day, right? These are all the nations that are in the BRICS. Are we going to go into it? Right? You got sanctions getting put on America, right? It says the founding countries of Brazil, Russia, India, and China, right? They've been doing this since 2009, right? It says combined, the BRICS members encompass about 30% of the world's land surface and 45% of the global population. Brazil, Russia, India, and China are among the world's 10 largest countries by population and gross domestic product, nominal, and by purchasing power parity. All 5 initial member states are members of the G20 with a combined nominal GDP of $28 trillion. Hold on, man. Sloppy.
Brother having difficulties at the moment, but yeah, man, we can keep going into this thing, right? I got a quick precept. This is Proverbs chapter 23 and verse number 21. It says, "For the drunkard and the glutton shall come to poverty, and drowsiness shall clothe a man with rags." Right? So we talking about the wine of America, right? We know this is America is that woman holding that golden cup full of abominations, right? We know that she got that sweet, sweet tasting abomination. I mean, think of the things that America has made, you know, all the amazing things America has done, right? But at the end of the day, hey, it's still a cup full of abominations that we should not drink from. I'm going to read this one more time and pass it back to the brother. It says, "For the drunkard and the glutton shall come to poverty, and drowsiness shall clothe a man with rags." But with that, I yield.
Lucky, this is it right here. Right, I'm gonna go to Jeremiah 51 real quick. Right, this is Jeremiah 51, right, in verse number 6. Right, it says, "Flee out of the midst of Babylon and deliver every man his soul. Be not cut off in her iniquity, for this is the time of the Lord's vengeance. He will render unto her a recompense." Right, so Babylon the Great has a great recompense coming to it, right, for all the wickedness that they've been doing. Right, they're gonna get a reward according to all their works. You could read about that, anywhere. Right, they're gonna have to drink of that cup. Right, double. Right, they're gonna get destroyed. It says, "Babylon hath been the golden cup in the Lord's hand that made all the earth drunken. The nations have drunken of her wine. The nations are mad." Right, they done got all nations drunk. They done got everybody drunk off their wine, off their wickedness. Right, and now it's driving the nations crazy. Right, they doing unnatural things. Right, and you got some of these nations, they departed from this place, waking up and coming against this place to destroy it. Right, so like I say, you got Russia. Right, I couldn't get everything I wanted to get. Right, but you got Russia, calling them an enemy. You got Iran, with the sanctions. Right, you got new people joining BRICS, new countries joining BRICS every single few days. Right, and people stop dealing with America. Right, you getting America exposed for being controlled by the Amalekite man. Right, everything is happening so fast. You need to be watching to make sure that you don't fall with Babylon the Great. Right, it says Babylon is suddenly fallen and destroyed. How for her? Take balm for her pain, if so she may be healed. Right, because it's gonna get suddenly destroyed. It's gonna get destroyed and it's not gonna raise back up. Right, you can't save America, so you might as well hop off the American train and come back to your nationality, right, and keep these commandments and keep this faith, right, and walk in the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, right. But with that, I yield. Brothers, do their thing.
And Sam, if you ain't had no precept, I had something I wanted to go into right quick.
Do your thing.
It ain't gonna be long, right? And the brother made a mighty point, right? He was saying you gotta hop off the America train, hop off the band. Hey, you remember when Golden State? What did they go like 73-9, something like that year? You couldn't go nowhere without seeing a Golden State jersey. It's your boy from high school. You know what I'm saying? You done knew this dude 10, 15 years, ain't never seen him wear a Golden State jersey. But that year he was wearing one. Why? Because they seem like the winning. People like to be a part of things that look like success. You know what I'm saying? People like to be a part of things that, look at America, bro. Look at America. Let's just be honest. They got the tall buildings. They got the fast cars. They got the celebrities. They got the lights. Just look at the regions. You can get the desert over here. You can get tropical rainforest almost over here. It's beautiful, right? You know what I'm saying? Just like wine. If brothers ever tasted wine, if you ever had some of that WFI Milwaukee wine that we have up here, let me tell you, it's top notch. But if you drink too much of that, what's going to happen? Right? And that's the good wine. Now we talking about the wine of America. Right? And I'm going to read this precept that I want to bring out. It's Proverbs 11 and 21. It says, though hand join in hand, the wicked shall not be unpunished. It's straight like that. For all the you know what I'm saying? We see it all the time at camp. I mean, Eve, the most dark, most beautiful Eve, with the most pale, just ridiculous. You see a princess being paraded around in the street by the heathen, man. Just imagine that. Imagine how the Lord feels about that, to see his people getting drunk off the wine at his place. He got the people getting drunk off of the E&J over here in this place. And the Lord said he got ace of spades. And that's what we trying to get the people. And you could be drinking ace of spades. You could be popping $2,000 bottles over there with your God. But everybody want to come over here popping the $5 bottles of Irk and Jerk, man. Because, hey, you got to do a little work to get the good stuff. So I just stick to the cheap stuff. You know what I'm saying? People been in the truth 5, 6, 7, 8 years. You know, and they still haven't even figured out that you're supposed to wear fringes when you step out of the house. You know, or they didn't watch Yaju. Oh God, they didn't watch somebody like Yaju. You didn't got drunk off the wine that he was spitting to you. And now Yaju is your Lord and Savior. You know what I'm saying? Now you can see, now you can, before camp, you can have a hot box session with the guys. Then go preach the word. You know what I'm saying? You can do all of these different things because you want to save your oppressor so bad. We just saw it. Sam, I wish you could have seen it, right? And after this, I give you the floor. We just seen the camp. Brother was teaching. He recognized another brother from high school. Oh, hey, what's up? It was cool, right? Hand joined the hand. Oh, I remember you. Cool. We yada yada. Now, when the words start coming out, all of a sudden, bro, what didn't happen to you? Ain't no way you believe this. You know what I'm saying? It's all these different things. Now you see that separation starting to happen. Now you see ain't no hand. Hey, the wicked don't want to be in hand in hand. The people who supposed to be righteous want to be hand in hand with the wicked more than the wicked want to be hand in hand with you. You love Esau more than he ever loved you. Just sit back and think about that. Sam, who loves them? Who loves Esau more than us? You know what I'm saying? Hey, if they would have gave us them 40 acres and a mule or whatever the equivalent today, let's say they gave 20,000 to each one of you Jakes, what y'all gonna go buy with it? Jake gonna buy some 4Gs. He gonna buy an OD, put some sounds in the back. You know what I'm saying? What he gonna buy? Some weed? He gonna buy a pound or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Ordering the big leaves off YouTube. Not off YouTube. The ones they be showing you on YouTube and all that. That's what you gonna do, man. But it all comes down to the topic of this lesson, just being drunk. You know what I'm saying? We have to sober up, man. We sober up with this. I'm trying to tell you, you're looking at two men who used to do all kinds of things you probably can't imagine that the Lord said we ain't supposed to do, and look at us now. You know what I'm saying? It's a Wednesday, bro. Brothers, we both just got off work. You know what I'm saying? There's plenty of other things we could be doing. You know what I'm saying? We could be, I don't know, watching whatever America is into, whatever the new TV show is or whatever, for whatever. But yeah, we here because we not drunk off that wine, bro. You know what I'm saying? We drunk off that living water. That's the only drinking we trying to do when it comes to me, when it comes to your spirit, man. You know what I'm saying? But with that, I yield.
Hey, God, man. I mean, yeah, Jake trusts this place a lot. Jake think Babylon got everything in order. They think what's going on and with Ukraine, you know, Gaza. They think it's really not war. Yes, I heard that before. So what's really going on then? All the killing. So all the killing, especially with Amalek, they dying off. You know, babies getting blown up. So if it's not war, what is it then? They call it war, but it ain't. What is it? Right? Like this Psalms 104 and verse 6, it says, "Put not your trust in princes, nor in the Son of Man, in whom there is no help. They can't help you.
Mm.
They cannot help you. How was they? How was they system getting hacked? They get hacked every year, every month. How do you expect help from them? Right? So much bloodshed. How do you even trust them? They bloodshed our forefathers, our foremothers. You know this, but you still put your trust in them. I don't understand that. Right? It says, verse 4, his breath goeth forth, he returned into his earth, and that very day his thoughts perish. Right? We're gonna see Joe Biden, we're gonna see Trump, we're gonna see all of them perish. All the things that they said they was gonna do to so-called help us, it's gonna perish, bro. They're nothing. And you putting your trust in them just because they give you stimulus checks. I heard they supposed to be sending out a new one too.
I heard that too. I
Yeah, I
heard.
think they supposed to be sending like uh I don't want to butcher it though, but I seen eight something though.
Man,
I seen eight something though. It's supposed to be sending a stimulus check, but that ain't the first time they said that. Because when they sent the first one, they said they was gonna send another one. That was last year. So you getting all hyped up with these stimulus checks, bro. That money going right back to them. So why is and you not finna do nothing with it? Like the brother saying, you just gonna buy Rams, you just gonna buy some sounds, you gonna end up gambling with it. You gonna go to the casino with it, trying to flip it, lose your money, then get it back. You gonna stay up all night. That's a wine that's crucial, man. That gambling spirit, man. You got brothers in the truth gambling. You gamble, brothers gambling on FanDuel. Addicted to it too. Yeah, man. All I need is Jason Tatum to score 20 points, bro. He only got 17. That's mad. You steady doing it and doing it. No, you don't even need to make no bets no more. You need to be reading, get into the precepts. You need to be seeing what's going on. Brother, you've been dealing with the lust spirit for 2 weeks, but you worrying about FanDuel. That's why you gotta get away from this world, man. Right? I got another precept, Isaiah chapter 59, verse 4, right? It says, none calleth for justice, nor any pleaded for truth, right? They don't this place don't even call for justice, bro. Everything is out of order, bro. Literally everything. You know what I'm saying? Like everything is out of order. There's no justice. They're not finna tell you the so-called black man is the real Jews. If you do, you see what happened to Kyrie, Kanye West, right? They not finna tell you that if they kill, wait, it's somebody else. He got life too. I want to bring it up. I forgot his name, but he got life. He got, no, he ain't got life. Joe Biden's son.
oh yeah, he just got.
Yeah. What you think gonna happen to him? He's. They don't plead for justice, man. They gonna say he gonna get something, but behind closed doors, he gonna live his best life. They not finna do that with us, man. I'm gonna read that again. None calleth for justice, nor pleadeth for truth. They not finna say that Yahweh Bashem Yahushua is a so-called black man. They not finna say that. But you trust in them. All the superheroes are Edomites, right? It's nothing but lies, man. Read on. They trust in vanity and speak of lies. They know they lying when they say that we're gonna be safe. They know they're lying when they say that this is a place of freedom.
I got a precept.
All right, break it out.
It's Nehemiah chapter 2 and verse 10. It say, when Sambalot the Horonite and Tobiah the servant, the Ammonite, heard of it, right? These the heathen, hearing what's going on with the children of Israel. It grieved them exceedingly that there was come a man to seek the welfare of the children of Israel. Right, so it ain't nothing new. They ain't never cared what happened to us. And that's in the time of Nehemiah. But that's all I wanted to know.
Man. I mean, it's just wow. Right, I got another precept after that. When I finish it, we're gonna go to Second Maccabees, because really, Jake and Eve that really just indulge in this world, indulge in the wine of this world. I mean, they really coons. That's all it is. They just coons, and they do under the sun. You had it around the Maccabees, right? So I'm gonna read that Isaiah 59 and 4, right? I'm gonna read that again. None calleth for justice, nor any pleaded for truth. They trust in vanity which they trust in these bombs that they create. They just create anything. And most important, they create it for Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shah. But it's nothing but vanity. Cherub's gonna eat that up, man. That's not gonna do anything to the Most High God. That's not gonna do anything to Yahweh or Yahweh Shah, man. It's all vanity. This place is nothing but vanity. All right. Read on, it says, and speak lies, they conceive mischief and bring forth iniquity. And we already know the iniquity they commit. They're vile and profane, man. We see it daily. We see it through the movies. They promote it in the movies, in your face. And you just say, that was a good movie, man. And still think the so-called white man is going to keep you safe. That's off, right? I'm going to bring out Second Maccabees, though. Because really, them that just enjoy the gifts of this world, right? It's nothing new under the sun. Giving up your own brother, right? Second Maccabees, let's see, 10 and 21, right? This Second Maccabees chapter 10, verse 21. It says, but when it was told Maccabeus what was done, he called the governors of the people together and accused those men that they had sold their brethren for money. See that? Sold their brethren for money. You see that in today. Brothers selling their own brother for the money of Esau. You really I mean, you so zealous for paper money that has a so-called white man face on it. Right? Read on, and set their enemies free to fight against them. Right? So he slew those that were found traitors and immediately took the two councils, right? So I mean, it's not new under the sun, just coons, man. You got Jake in the army right now, thinking everything's fine. He's manipulated. He's drunk off the wine. Hey man, they got him drunk. He's out of there mentally. He really just said he already dead spiritually. Carnally, he gonna be dead soon. Lord willing, he don't. But I mean that's just the way it is. So we got to be watchful in these last days, because I mean this world is waxing worse, right? We don't know how much time we got left. And knowing that we don't have much time, you literally just abusing the Most High's temple, because this body is not ours. But you gotta.
I just wanted to go into you know what I'm saying, I had this last point, and then, you know what I'm saying, I actually got to get up out of here, right? But it's Jeremiah chapter 17 and verse 5, right? And the brother Jeremiah put it perfectly, quoting the words of the Lord. He said, thus saith the Lord, cursed be the man that trusteth in man, and maketh flesh his arm, and whose heart departed from the Lord, right? And the point that I wanted to make was making flesh your arm, right? It's really easy to make your flesh your arm, because 99.9% of the people, including the people who teach the videos like me and this brother right here, we were not born in the truth. You think about it. You got 20 years of world experience, and then you got a year and a half of truth experience. You've been celebrating Christmas, birthdays, you've been committing adultery, you've been eating all the good, delicious bacon you can eat for 25, 30 years. And you think that in 3 months, all of a sudden, it's just, you're going to be this perfect, you know what I'm saying? You're going to be Yahweh Shah 2.0, let you tell it. Right? That's making flesh your arm. That don't mean don't strive to be better, but making flesh your arm is putting your trust in yourself. The Most High might have it take 5 years for you to reach the point you're trying to get. But hey, guess what? You got to wake up tomorrow morning, get up and pray, study your precepts, take care of your family, go to work, come home, take a shower, do some more studying, take care of your family, eat, go to sleep, rinse and repeat for the next 5 years. And then when that 5th year, when that day 1 of year 5 hit, that might be when the Most High be like, okay, boom. See, after these 5 years, you can look back like, man, I was really putting that work in. Or let's flip it around. You spend 5 years falling off little by little. Year 1, you was in a camp, you was mighty. Year 2, you left to start your own camp because of whatever reason you had. And then you just fall. Just fall and making flesh your arm. And now you a Yaju of your own. You know what I'm saying? Or you running a one man camp. You know what I'm saying? And if you can't be the leader, you know what I'm saying? Nothing else matters to you. Making flesh your arm can happen. Look at Saul. I love to use Saul as an example of what not to be. And Jonah is also a good example in this case too, because those are two men who made flesh their arm. They decided that they knew better than what the Most High knew. Right? Last I checked, there's not one man on this planet that I didn't ran into who can see the future. But the Lord can. So if the Lord told me, hey, look, don't mess with that man's wife. It says in Proverbs 6:26, an adulteress will hunt for the precious life. Right? I don't want my life to be hunted. So if I'm gonna listen to the most, hey, I ain't trying to die, bro. I never met no woman that was amazing that I just wanted to die after being with her. You know, especially for the Lord to look at me, you know, in a certain type of light, because I'm trying my hardest not to make my flesh my arm. You know what I'm saying? Like, even though it been 20 years, you done got used to Christmas and stuff. Hey, you gotta let go of the carnal stuff. We gotta become spiritual at some point. Like at some point, you have to realize you sound like those people who 30 and they still complain about stuff that happened in their childhood. You can't go back in time. It's over. Your first year in the truth, you slacked. You made flesh your arm. Fine. Fix. What we gonna do now this year? You know what I'm saying? What we gonna do now? Hey, these prophecies is not gonna stop for you or me. I can promise you that. If I decide to make flesh my arm and I decide to stop dwelling with my woman according to knowledge, how the Bible say, if I decide to not treat my body as a temple of God and allow God to dwell there, you know what I'm saying? God is not gonna beg you. You feel what I'm saying? I'm bringing one more precept just to prove that the Most High will not beg you. There's always plenty of Israelites. We like the sands of the sea out here. You can't put a number to us. This is Matthew chapter 3 and verse number 8. It says, bring forth therefore fruits, meet for repentance, and think not to say within yourselves, we have Abraham to our father. For I say unto you that God is able of these stones to raise up children unto Abraham. Ain't one army where a soldier ain't replaceable. You can't name me not one army. Brother Sam, can you name me a single army where a soldier dies and he cannot be replaced?
I can't name
Not one, right? And there ain't one job where, sorry y'all, you know what I'm saying? I'm quitting the job. I can't work the register no more. It's too tiring. And they tell you, no. What are we going to do if you leave? Please come work this. When does that ever happen? They gonna hire a new temp. They gonna throw her on the register for $8.25 an hour. So, with all these things being said, man, are we gonna continue to make flesh our arm? Are we gonna continue? Listen, black people then tried everything except trusting in the Most High. I mean, we didn't try everything. I mean, just you can't think of something we didn't try. We didn't have brothers try to take us back to Africa. I believe the brother Marcus Garvey was that one. I don't want to, put no false claims on the brother's name, but it's been all these different efforts we didn't have. We didn't trust it in human beings for so long. At some point, we got to start trusting in the Most High. But with that, I yield.
Con, I got, I mean, like one precept though. But hey, man, brothers is bringing it out mighty, man. Right? But we got to be watchful. We don't want to be a drunkard, right? Spiritually, carnally, right? We got to make sure we holding ourselves diligently in this truth, because I mean, time is running out, man. Don't get too comfortable in this world, man. Right? 1 Corinthians chapter 6, verse 16. All right, I'm sorry, verse 18. It says, flee fornication. Right? Flee fornication. Every sin that a man doeth is without the body, but he that committeth fornication sinneth against his own body. Right? So we got to flee fornication, man. It's spiritual fornication of you to just step outside the Most High. You step outside your husband. Because the Most High is our husband. So for you to drink the wine of this world, you want to mess with a stranger. I mean, it's madness, right? That's madness. So for you to indulge in this world, to get drunk and just because it feel good. It's nothing but a temporary buzz. You have to flee fornication because all you doing is stepping on the Most High and you saying the Most High, look, I don't need you. You saying that through the Spirit, look, I don't need you. I'm good. I'm cool. I don't want to do this no more. And that's what you're saying through the Spirit. For all the things He done to you, you ain't even got to say all the things. He woke you up. He don't have to. The Most High is He don't have to do all these things. He don't have to give you a job. He don't have to give you food. He's the Most High God. All He can do is just wake you up. That's enough. But to the fact that He did the extra things or the things that He don't need to do, I mean, you literally got to get yourself together. We all do. You know what I'm saying? So we don't want to be continually in just the wine of this world. Let me get since we got brought it out too. Let me get uh Sirach chapter 19. Really a classic, man. Right. Sirach chapter 19. It says, "A laboring man that is given to drunkenness shall not be rich." Right? A laboring man that is given to drunkenness shall not be rich. So whatever you doing, you continue to sip the ways of this world, you're gonna fall little by little. Next thing you know, you forgetting little things. You forgetting to pray in the morning. You forget to pray at night. You forget to get into the precepts. 15 minutes just being a precept. You forget to do that. Now I start again. All that little, it adds up. Next thing you know, hey man, you don't want to put on fringes no more. So you have to be watchful. A wise man's eyes are in his head. You have to be watchful. You have to be seeing what's going on. If you're not watching what's going on, I mean, brothers in like a whole bunch of group chats. Brothers probably posted something. Go look at it when it posts. You know, I'm gonna read on. It says, "Wine and women will make man of understanding to fall away, and he that cleaveth to harlots will become impudent." It says, "Wine and women." So you literally, Babylon is that great whore, man. Let's bring that out. Babylon is that great whore, and you sipping the wine. Let's bring it out, man. Let me get Sirach chapter 9 real quick. Sirach chapter 9, man. Right. Sirach chapter 9. We gonna start at verse 8. It says, "Turn away thy eye from a beautiful woman, and look not upon another's beauty, for many have been deceived by the beauty of a woman, for herewith love is kindled as a fire." And bro, Babylon is not beautiful at all. I mean, you literally see her, everything is shedding apart. Like everything is shedding apart off her. Right? Her BBL is falling off. You know what I'm saying? Damn, she got infected by the BBL. She jammed up, man. She losing weight because she's doing too many drugs. Right? She's falling off. But it says, "Turn away thy eye from a beautiful woman." Right? I'm gonna read verse 9. It says, "Sit not at all with another man's wife, nor sit down with her in thine arms, and spend not thy money with her at the wine." You spending money with her, with Babylon, at the wine, man. You getting drunk with her and freaking off with her, stepping outside the Most High. The Most High literally said, "Do not cleave to harlots," man. Let's jump up real quick. Verse 6, it says, "Give not thy soul unto harlots, that thou lose not thy inheritance." You literally gonna lose your heritage over Babylon? That's madness, man. A gift destroyed the heart. You really lose your heritage just because they got Section 8. Just
You be
because they give you stimulus checks. That's what you want to do? They give
man.
they gave you a stimulus check. You don't want to give alms no more? That's crazy. That's crazy. Right? It says, "Give not thy soul unto harlots, that thou lose not thy inheritance." Right? I'm gonna drop down to verse 9. Again, it says, "Sit not all with another man's wife." Because Babylon, that's you it's you committing adultery. I mean, it's spiritual fornication. You committing adultery, right? Everybody slept with her. Everybody. So that's a lot of brothers' wives. And you laying down with her, man. Right? Reading on, it says, "Sit not at all with another man's wife, nor sit down with her in thine arms, and spend not thy money with her at the wine, lest thine heart incline unto her, and so through thy desire thou fall into destruction." What's that destruction? That nuke. Because you see all these other nations, hey, Babylon got a bag on his head, man, and they coming, and you gonna fall into her destruction, right? So I got one more precept, and then I'm gonna go to it was one that I wanted. I think it was Proverbs chapter. I think he brought that out. If I hope Lord willing.
I gotta go in a second too.
John, I got one more precept, right? Actually, Hosea chapter 4, verse 11. That's what I wanted. Hosea chapter 4, verse 11. All right, that's precept, right? So this is the book of Hosea chapter 4, verse 11. It says, whoredom and wine and new wine take away the heart, right? So we got to be, it says whoredom and wine and new wine take away the heart. So you indulging with the great whore, man, committing whoredom with her, drinking wine, she took away your heart. She took away your heritage. She already took away the first time. You got it back from mercy of the Most High. Then you go back into it and lose it again. That's madness, right? That's madness. But most importantly, we got to stay watchful in this thing, man, right? Spiritually and carnally. A lot of things are going on. A lot of things, man. So, but I don't know if you got something, that's all I got.
I got a closing precept. All right, this Psalms chapter 4 and verse number 8 and verse number 7. Thou hast put gladness in my heart, more than in the time that their corn and their wine increase. I will both lay me down in peace and sleep, for thou, Lord, only makest me dwell in safety. Right? So you got to remember, this is the brother David praying and reminding himself out loud, hey, the Lord allows me to lay down in peace and sleep. That's my safety. So remember, that's our safety. America's safety is their money and their military. That's not our protection. Our protection is the Lord. Our protection is the commandments. Right. But with that, you know what I'm saying? I yield. Just remember that our strength is the Most High. That's it.
All praise to the Most High. First of all, I want to give all honor and glory to the Most High God, Yahweh, Bashem Yahweh Shah. Lord willing, brothers and sisters was edified. Stay watchful. Don't get the world, man. Right? Shalom.
Shalom.
Yeah, that's what I know to the end of the video.